Good afternoon. I'm back at my storage unit. So what I need to do is take all of these crates and organize everything that's in my storage unit because there's like bugs and stuff because it's Texas. So I'm going to go show you what debacle I need to fix, and then also take out the stuff that I need from my storage unit for my road trip where I'll be in my SUV for the first time in almost a year and a half, almost 2 years actually. So it'll be really good to be road tripping again in the car. It'll be a lot cheaper and easier, quicker, all that good stuff. But I do need to take out all my fun things and then make sure that my bike rack, which just goes on the back of the van or the back of the vehicle right here, make sure that still works. So that's what I'm going to do today. It's very hot, still 100 degrees, but it's very breezy and it's going to be storming soon. So that'll be good. And then, yeah, so let me just get organized. So this is the bicycle that I haven't ridden in like 2 months. So I'm going to take that back with me, and hopefully tomorrow morning I can go ride my bike, my regular route into downtown Houston. So this is my remaining Havelock wool, which I should sell. I don't think I'll need it. I kept it around just in case. You can see there's like spiders and bugs and stuff. I'm not really like freaked out by any of that stuff, but I do need to kind of wipe everything down and just tidy this up. This is kind of all thrown in here from when I moved from my previous storage unit into the garage. I just want to have it where everything is just like in the crates and not just exposed like this. So yeah, it should be pretty easy. I think it gets muddy up here. I think the rain comes in somewhere. I don't know what goes on here, but pretty good storage unit. Still super happy with it. Best decision I made was bringing my van in here instead of leaving it outside of my apartment, obviously because the catalytic converter was stolen. But this is still really good to have a garage. It's really cool in here right now, which is nice. And then I have fans and electricity. I have permanent electricity. So what I do is I keep my fan going and a dehumidifier just to make sure that there's no mold or anything. And so far so good. So no condensation, no mold. So yeah, and there's a stupid paddleboard that I bought that I've never used. So I don't know what I'll do with that. It's brand new, never used it. It's just been sitting in here because I got it on sale for like $100 and I could not pass it up. But I couldn't even get it in the van, and I couldn't even like lift it up or hoist it up or anything. So anyway, I'm gonna organize, and then I've got big trash bags to throw a bunch of crap away. This is my spare tire down here that I need to also eventually put under my van or on the back of the van. Haven't decided yet. So yeah, and then I'm gonna get my bike rack, which is down here somewhere. And then I need to find, I need to get everything out of my van that I'm taking with me, and then just like sort out what I need to throw away. I've got a bunch of crap here. These water bottles I don't use. They're brand new. Could probably give those away. And then my broken arm that's on the second bike rack arm that I snapped off when I backed into a pole. And then I have a double hitch receiver in that box that I still haven't done anything with. Because I have the new single bike rack is at home, which I haven't put together. So I'm still using the double bike rack, which is now a single. And then I need to put the double hitch receiver on and then figure out what I'm going to do with the second hitch connector on it. So there's my porta potty. Always bring that back and forth just in case I need to use the loo. There we go. Okay, productive. Okay, this is so far, and I now have to sweep, and there's all these bugs in the back. I guess they just come in through there. So yeah, this looks so much better. It'll be much cleaner and easier to clean and not bugs on everything and all that. So I have about 4 bags of trash. Again, this came from my single storage unit that I had when I was building Prudence last year. And now I have this garage, which is great. Excuse me. So yeah, very dusty, lots of bugs and spiders and shit, which I don't really care about. Like, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I've been all over the world, so bugs don't really frighten me much. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put all these back and then pile everything up in the corner. And then I cleaned the paddleboard already. And then I'll just take the trash to the dump on the way out. And I think I'm done. I think I'll take Prudence out though and go get some dinner and then come back. It'll be good to get her out. It's still only like 4 o'clock now. It only took me 45 minutes to do all this cleaning. But there she is. I'll just show you a little bit. I'm not going to show her too much because of, privacy concerns and things. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, I don't know where this mud comes from. There is one unit next to me, and then there's a like open air garage that has a boat and an RV. So I think maybe the rain just comes through, because on the other side of this is another unit. But that's fine. I think this mud was here before. I think maybe, I don't know what that was, but very bizarre. I don't know how mud gets up there. There's no mud around me. There's definitely no mud outside of the storage unit. It's just all gravel. So okay, so there we go. Then I'm gonna get the stuff out of the van later, and then put it in the car for my trip, and then I'm done. So yay, very productive. Okay, now for the big reveal. That looks so much better. It's all clean and organized. Hopefully the Havelock wool won't fall down, but yeah, so there it is. That is my clean, organized storage unit, and my fan that's still blowing. Good afternoon on a very cloudy, about to rain day. It's another humid day in Houston. It's actually only 96 degrees, so that's good. We had some horrible weather for 2 months, over 100 degrees. I've ridden about 95 miles this week on my new mountain bike, so that's good. So I'm heading up to Harriette's school right now. I have school registration, it's that time of year, and then I'm going to get new tires on this SUV because I'm driving out to Nashville tomorrow. Tomorrow. So I just want to make sure that I've got my tires aren't going to explode on the freeway. So I realized that I've only really changed one tire when I had a flat. So if you have Nissan, I have no affiliation with Nissan. I just really like Japanese cars. I lived in Japan for 4 years. But if you have Nissan, I highly recommend getting their platinum coverage through Nissan. It's separate from your insurance, but you basically get free tires every time you have a flat tire. Like for, I think it's like 5 years or something, or 100,000 miles. So it's really great. But for like an actual set of tires, I always go to Discount Tire, which I also don't have an affiliation with. But they give me a military discount, so I save about 10 or 15% every time, which is great. So I highly recommend really looking into warranties. Even if you buy an older vehicle, a lot of times the original manufacturer will offer you, a plan outside of your regular insurance. Now, when you have insurance, even if you never use it and you notice that your premium goes up and you're like, wait a minute, why am I paying more a month when I've been a perfect driver? It's because they calculate like all the people in your zip code that have claims. And so obviously in Houston, every day somebody's crashing their vehicle. So, if you can offset the cost of things like your regular insurance by having these other plans, and I don't pay anything. It was all covered when I got the vehicle last year, or 2 years ago rather. That's right, yeah, I've had this for 2.5 years. So I would highly recommend looking into alternative coverage, because you really will save in the long run. When I had a nail in my tire and I went to the Nissan dealer and they said, oh, this tire is going to be like $150. That's the only one we have in stock. And I said, but no, I have this platinum premium insurance plan through Nissan that covers me for flat tires, and also I think windshields and stuff. And they were like, oh yeah, it's free. So I think I did a video a while back about getting my car repaired, so you can check that one out. But yeah, so I highly recommend it's all about sustainable travel, is all about offsetting the cost of life so that you can spend more money traveling. And now gas is down below $4. It's about between $3.40 and $1.79 a gallon, which is great. So even though it takes forever to drive out of Texas, the nice thing, it doesn't cost as much as if I was going to drive like out of California, where it's still like $7 a gallon or something ridiculous. So anyway, driving up, you can see all the clouds behind me, driving up to Harriette's school right now, 4th grade registration, which is awesome. And then I'm going to go get my tires done, and then I just have to like clean the house and get the house ready to be able to leave this weekend. So that's the plan. So super exciting. Housekeeping, adulting, all this stuff. But yeah, and actually the tires aren't really that much. I don't have a lot of options for this vehicle because it is little and it's all-wheel drive, and so I really only have like brands, you know, so some brands are more expensive than others, but the tires are pretty much the same, like all-weather tires. So I won't be driving this in any snow anytime soon, but I will be driving it pretty far, at least 2,000 miles on this next trip. So there we go. So I am now almost at her school. So this is pretty exciting. I haven't been to the school all summer, and it's good to kind of like meet the teachers and do all that fun stuff. So yeah, I didn't go to school. I didn't go to elementary school in America. I went to elementary school in London, just north of London, and then I went to high school in Southern California, 8th grade in high school in Southern California. That is a setup. I get like rig envy when I see these pickup trucks with the pop-up tents. I would never do that because I have no patience to like, I just want to be able to climb from the front of my car into my bed like at all times. But yeah, so that is what I'm doing today, just housekeeping stuff and school stuff. So hopefully it's not going to rain too bad. Then I need to get some groceries, and I was going to go rock climbing, but I left my rock climbing stuff in my van, which is like way on the other side of town, like 30 miles away. Actually, no, like 60 miles from where I'm at right now. And I'm still in Houston. You can drive 100 miles in Houston and you're still in Houston. What the problem, people? So now, where is it sending me? It's sending me off the freeway here. And it's like NASCAR. It's literally, I mean, people drive crazy here. You have to really, I mean, my collision sensors will go off. It's like a strobe light rave going on right now. But between that and like getting a rock hitting your car from a, you know, big old quarry truck. Yeah, Houston is always a problem. So it's a, you know, but it's an easy city to get around. It's a cheap city to live in. There's a lot of bad stuff, like don't get divorced here and don't deal with custody, because it's just awful. Lawyers are corrupt, all of them. That's why I don't deal with them anymore. And other than that, I guess this is sending me in the wrong direction. Why is it going this way? I don't want to go this way. I want to go north. Yeah, okay. It's weird. It's sending me on the slower route. It's like, we're just going to mess with you today, Jenny. That's what Google Maps does. It sends me into the wrong place. Okay, so I'm done talking. Never! Alright, I will chat with you guys a little bit later. Good morning. I just woke up. You know, it's still early when your Google Map is still on night mode. It is 6:55 a.m. on a Saturday. I never get up this early on the Saturday at all, ever in the history of the world. What is happening? Well, what's happening is I went to go get new tires on this vehicle yesterday, which look awesome. They're amazing. And it's a little bit like 10 millimeter extra width, so they're like extra zippy. And because I have wheel locks and I didn't have the wheel lock like ratchet thing, they're like, yeah, we can go ahead and no problem, they said, like the keyword, no problem. Take the wheels off without the wheel key, which, you know, is a little disheartening because I'm like, oh, really? So the villains can just steal my tires. So then what happened was, I guess you have to like smack in an impact, like socket wrench or something, or an impact driver, I don't know. But they did something and they broke the stud that is on my rear left wheel. Not a major player. You can actually drive with at least two studs, and then like two missing studs, and the opposite studs, like whatever, like if they're opposite, you can still drive with two of those out of the four. So most of the bigger wheels have 5. I think my Nissan van has 6. So right now one of them is broken, and then they gave me this little pink slip of paper and said, yeah, go to this mechanic, we'll just go ahead and cover the cost. And it's like they had a whole notepad of these receipts for this other mechanic, and I'm thinking this must happen all the time. So needless to say, my day is a little uprooted. I was going to go for a bike ride this morning, but it rained a little, so I would have gone to the gym. So I'm actually in my gym clothes, and what I will do is go to this car dealership or this mechanic, and if they say, oh, because they were kind of rude yesterday, like really rude, like triggering me, I'm like, I don't think I want to deal with this nasty, like, rude man. So I mean, I pulled up at like 5:55, and I mean, I know they were closing, but I wanted to just see, like, you know, is this something, you know, do you really fix this stuff? So they said, yeah, come back tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning. I said, okay, I can definitely do that, which is why I'm up so early. And then they said, you know, and I said, well, can you fix it? They said, well, we have a lot of work that we can do. I said, well, dude, I'm leaving tomorrow. Like, I need to get this fixed. I can't just, you know, as they say, shit dick around and do nothing. So the gym is not too far from there, so I figured if I get the car back in like an hour or two, I can go to the gym, and then I'm just going to be sweaty all day and go out to Prudence. I've got to get a pedicure. I need to go to Dollar Tree. I need to go to Walmart and get some cleaning supplies. I need to go take the van out for a quick spin, probably fill it with some gas just to be sure. And then I need to come back to my house, and I need to just kind of reorganize some things that I was going to do on a rainy day. And then clean out the car, pack up the car for the trip. So a busy day today of like kind of just getting stuff done. So it's good that I am starting early, because I would have gotten up about 2 hours from now and gone to the gym at like 10. And then I would have been done with the gym at noon, and then that's when my day starts. So my day starts significantly earlier, and it's nice. There's really not a lot of traffic. If this was Los Angeles, where I used to live, this whole freeway would be packed already at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So I am driving 10 minutes, which is great. Everything near my house is like literally near my house. It's like 10 minutes away. Houston's a very convenient city to get around. Like, our freeways look like a giant spider web. All our freeways are elevated. They have these feeder roads, so if the freeway's busy, you can get off onto the feeder road. It's easy to zigzag your way through the city. I pretty much know all the shortcuts. And very rarely am I actually stuck in traffic. Only if I'm coming right from this Galleria area, where they have Williams Tower. You can see this big tower. This is basically like the bottleneck here. It's always busy for some reason. So, but I try to avoid getting into that traffic. I was in it yesterday because I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to someone on the phone, and was like literally like just more annoyed than anything that I had to, you know, come back tomorrow morning. So anyway, busy day, and then getting the car prepped, gonna run around and get on the road. So excited. I haven't had a trip in a couple weeks, so I'm getting like itchy feet. There's like Itchy Boots is like a really, really fantastic channel that I follow on YouTube. Actually, I run along to her videos while she's like riding her motorcycle. I run along to it at the gym, so it feels like I'm running wherever she's driving. So that's always fun. So I am, I'm excited to get on this trip. I'm going to do some mountain biking, but I'm taking the car, so I'm not taking the van this time. I'm going to put the bike on the back of the car for the first time since 2022. No, it is 2022. First time since 2020 that I put my bike on the back of the car. The whole of 2020, I basically went through like 17 states and all these like middle of nowhere national parks, state parks, and just got out away from people during COVID, as far away as I could, with just me and my tent and my bicycle, and it was beautiful. Oh, the sunrise. Look at that. Never up this early. Actually, when I'm on my road trips, I get up very, very, very early in the morning. I go to bed a lot earlier because it gets dark pretty quick, and there's not a lot to do in most of the places I go, like at night. I mean, no Wi-Fi, nothing. So I'm used to getting up super early on the trips, but when I'm home, I'm like, why would I need to get up early? I work for California companies. I work California hours, like usually like 9 or 10 in the morning until 6 or 7 at night, and then I'm at home. So these cars drive so fast. Where are you going at 7 o'clock in the morning? Where could you possibly be going unless you're going to go get your car fixed because the mechanic broke it? I mean, discount tire. I've never gone to this location and put my tires in. I just thought, oh, it's on the way back from Harriette school. I figured I would, you know, just go ahead and do that. I didn't realize I was going to break my wheel. So it's drivable, but I don't know if I want to drive 2,000 miles in my car with this. So that's my morning. This is my morning look. I just woke up and I'm about to go to the gym look. So we shall see how this works. All right, I am done blabbering. All right, I will see you on the flip side. Okay, that's the place across the street, and they're closed. They said come back at 7:30, so it's like 7:10, and I am in the middle of the street. So I'm just gonna wait. I guess I can't even park inside. I got the fence up. They're pretty secure. They were putting up like barricades and stuff. So yeah, so that's where eventually I need to go. So I guess I'll just wait across the street until, or just wait here. I'm not sure. Who knows? I think I can park here. So I will show you. It's a very noisy street. The freeway's right there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here is a regular wheel, right? So you see that there's like this wheel lock, and then there's the three studs. And then if you go on the other vehicle wheel, the other wheel, you see that there is three studs and there's no wheel lock. So what they did is they broke that bit off. Whatever they did there, when they were trying to like pound the ratchet thing into it, they ended up just wearing it away. So now the stud thing, they got to fix the stud so they can put this little covering thing on. So I need to also get wheel locks. So I need to go find a place that can sell me those and put those on. So I would like to have those. Anyway, they're really nice tires, road huggers. That's pretty much me on any road trip. I just get out and start hugging the road because I'm so happy. So yeah, so I'm in kind of a nondescript, very commercial area with a, you know, fast food restaurant every 10 feet. So somewhere in that part of Houston. Yep, so I got my orange juice, got my bike rack, messy car here, and just waiting. It's very, very humid already, like horrid humid. Oh, too hot for me. So it is now 8:01 a.m. and this place is completely filled up with people. There's tons and tons of cars. And the guy I talked to this morning that works here is actually a lot nicer than the guy last night. So he was nice. So I actually might come back and bring my van to get the brakes checked. Since they are Houston's premier alignment and brake shop. There is a nail salon about a 2-minute walk from here, but they open at 9. So depending on when they get me in, I might just go get a pedicure while I'm waiting. I don't think I'll go to the gym. It's about a 30-minute walk to the gym from here, and then I would run for an hour, and then I'd take 30 minutes to walk back. So probably don't have time for that, but I think I'll just sit tight and wait. Yeah, I don't have any entertainment in this SUV. I got rid of the Sirius radio because I usually like barely drive this car as it is. So a 12-hour drive to Tennessee will be fun without any entertainment. But I have Bluetooth, so I can just listen to music on my phone. So yeah, so just waiting now. Waiting. But at least, you know, he said he fixes it for free, actually, as a courtesy. And also to get business in. So that's good. So yeah, much better than last night. I was kind of worried. I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. But no, actually it's pretty good. Okay, the big reveal, it's fixed. Yay! Thank you. Awesome. Okay, now I can get on with my day. That didn't take very long, actually. It only took maybe like an hour, so good job. Appreciate it. Okay, that was done. So, oh wow. That is okay, that's I can't film because I'm driving, but this is the Govinda's Cuisine. That is a pretty elaborate restaurant. I have to find a picture of it and just put it like right somewhere on here. But it looks like a temple, an Indian temple, but it's not. It's like a restaurant. So anyway, so the guy's like handing me my keys and he's like, so off to, and I'm like, Nashville, St. Louis, Missouri, Cincinnati. And he just looked at me like, you're on crack. So, because, it's like Texas is so far from everything. Anyway, so now I'm heading to the gym, the Planet Fitness, which is right here. And I was going to walk to. So it's 8:45, so that took about, I got here at 7 o'clock, 7:15, so an hour and a half. They got me in first. So, always helps, just... I never used the British accent, actually. People go, oh, you could just pretend you're not American and then you could get out of a parking ticket. I'm like, I've never had a parking ticket, but thank you for playing. And I've never actually abused the fact that I, don't sound American, even though I am American. I've been American my whole life. My parents are from New Jersey. So I was talking last night on the phone to a friend about accents are like, it's a massive identity crisis, actually. And I've struggled my entire life in the States for the last 31 years with the fact that I don't sound American and I'm not culturally British. I'm actually more Southern Californian because that's where my formative years were, my 8th grade and 4 years of high school. But yeah, like then I spent 10 years there as an adult. So I just, it's hard to explain. Like I'm like genetically Eastern European, apparently 18% Turkish, which is mind-boggling, 1% Korean, 1% Siberian, and then 1% like Coptic Egyptian. So I didn't realize I was so exotic. I just thought I was like Ukrainian and Lithuanian, which I am, about 70%. But so, I knew that. I knew like mostly what my heritage was. But my mom was adopted and we don't really know anything about like her background. And so everything that was like the Korean bit and the Anatolian Turk and all this is my mom's side because I was able to rule out, based on my other relatives that have their DNA stuff done, what was on my dad's side. So that said, it's like then to find out that I'm 0% British, like not British at all. And so that was interesting. And again, it was like literally I'm not at all Western Asian, I'm Western Asian, but I'm not like Western European, so not at all British, not at all German or any of that stuff. So but then I sound like this and I can't get rid of this accent no matter how hard I try. Only a very subtle part of it has gone to American. And then I speak Japanese. And so again, it's like accents basically are like a forced identity. Like you could live in this country your entire life and sound like whoever you live with or whoever you date or whoever you're married to, because you tend to sound like the people you are most influenced by. And yet you maybe have never been to the country where you sound like you're from. And so I was listening to this interview with this English girl in Japan who had lived in Japan for 26 years. She never lived anywhere else. Her British parents moved there 35 years ago. She was born in like, I don't know, Ishikawa or something, someplace in this like middle part of Japan. And she is fluent, she speaks Japanese as her first language, and then English, she spoke at home, but she went to like 12 years of Japanese school and then college and grad school in Japan. I don't know why hang on, let me fix this here. No, it's so humid now. It's not much better. Anyway, so it's really interesting to like hear about how, people would just assume, obviously by looking at her, because I lived in Japan for 4 years, that she was just a gaijin, right, foreigner. And she would just be like, no, I'm, I've lived here my whole life. I'm more Japanese than English. And so, but, immediately she would be perceived as this, and this, because that's what, we see with our eyes and we hear with our ears. And so, so it is a huge identity crisis. Like when I meet new people, I get the same 5 questions, like, where are you from? How long have you been here? On dating sites, when I used to be on dating sites, don't need to do that anymore. I would always get the question of, well, you need a green card. I'm like, dude, I'm American. Like, just because I was born in another country, you can be an American born abroad, which again is one word, not two. But it's just interesting to like constantly have to defend yourself against things that are just like stereotypes or perceived. And for me, it's my accent. It's that perception that because I sound this way, there's no way in hell that I could possibly be completely American. There's no way I could possibly have American parents. There's no way that I could have lived in this country for as long as I have and still sound this way. And so I generally, you know, don't pay too much attention to it, but it does make me confused a lot, because I'm generally not, you know, I don't relate to England much. Like, I had American parents growing up in London, so we had American stuff, and we had American VCR tapes and American chocolate, and we went to 4th of July at the Air Force Base, and we had pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving, and, you know, like, it was an American household. And so my mom had American friends, and my dad had American friends. But I went to a British school, and I lived in a British council estate, which is like government housing. So I lived in a, you know, lower middle class, working class neighborhood, and I went to a British school. So my upbringing was English, but not. But I can't get rid of my accent. So, you know, I've got to sound like this all the time. It's just, it's interesting that, you know, this is kind of how you're just like branded. So yeah, so anyway, that's all. So car's fixed, gonna work out, and I think that's it for the video, just me babbling, not much else. So anyway, now I can get on with my day. I'm gonna work out, go home, shower, get on with my day, and I think I'll just maybe do 30 minutes. I like this gym, actually. It's a little too far from my house to go every day, but it's nice because Common Bond, which is like my favorite little cafe, is right next door. They have a drive-through version. So, all right, it's humid. You can see how humid it is. I've got humid hair, and I'm gonna get myself together, put my hair up, and go work out. The rain feels really good, actually. It's 82 Fahrenheit, which it hasn't been in a very long time. So I just got out the gym wearing my New Mexico shirt from Klein's Corners, which is this like random gas station when you're heading like northwest out of Texas, heading to Albuquerque. So I always stop there, and they've got a whole bunch of like weird stuff for sale. I don't know. So you need some like bison, or was it like a longhorn cow, like bones for the front of your like car, the hood, like you can get that. So Mexican blankets, you can get like fudge, I don't know, they got a bunch of stuff that I really don't need. Anyway, so now I'm gonna go to Common Bond. I think I'm gonna get a chai because it's raining, and yeah, go home, shower, and then just head out to the van. So I just got a lot of indoor stuff to do today, but I'm gonna take the van out just to give her a run around, you know, just keep everything moving. And I don't like her sitting for too long. She sits for about a week at a time when I'm not traveling, and I take her out every Saturday that I'm home, and then I have to undo the, what is it, like the dehumidifier, and then sort that out. So yeah, okay. Oh, so glad for the rain. So glad to get out of Houston too. Two things, like win-win. So anyway, yeah, good workout. I only did 4 miles. Usually I do 6 miles. Sometimes I'll do 10, and occasionally I'll do 12, which is about 2 hours of running. But today I did about 45 minutes, which was pretty decent. I don't really run too fast. I just would rather run longer than, you know, exhaust myself. So that's it. So I think I'm going to end the video and just go get me some chai. So thank you for listening and watching me deal with my car stuff. So, all right, take care.